I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today, we're reading from the book of Hebrews, chapter 1. Let's focus on verses 13 and 14. Now, to which of the angels has God ever said, "Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool"? Are they not all ministering spirits sent out to serve those who were going to inherit salvation? It has been said pertaining to angels that there are two things to avoid: giving them too much thought and no thought at all. And I've met people who are completely preoccupied with angels. And it seems like everything that happens in their life is mystically attached to some demonic or angelic influence. And it's kind of hard to discuss the practical aspects of faith with these people because if it's not spooky, right, they aren't interested. And it seems nothing is ever their fault, right? It's always the devil made me do it or the demon did this. On the other hand, many people don't believe in angels at all. They believe in God and they believe in people. And one of the most difficult things to overcome when sharing the gospel with the Jewish community, for instance, is the prevalent unbelief among the Jewish community. They don't believe in the angelic things. And that's taught in many synagogues. This makes it almost impossible to communicate the realities of Satan's influence, the Antichrist, or hell for that matter. And I don't spend a lot of time dwelling on angels. I know they're there, but I don't worship them by giving them excess honor or fear. I don't pray to angels. I pray that God will protect me and support me and give me influence for the gospel. How he answers those prayers in the angelic realm is his business. But two very important lessons about angels can be found in today's passage of Scripture. Number one, Jesus is above the angels. Now, some people believe that God's holiness is held in balance by his evil equal, Satan. There's this yin and yang thing, and Satan and God are holding the world in balance. That's just simply wrong. It's not true. Satan doesn't have a counterpart in God. Satan's counterpart, if he has one at all, would be Michael the archangel, because Satan and Michael were both angels. God has no equal, evil, or otherwise. So number one, God has no equal. Jesus is above the angels. And then number two, angels are ministering spirits. This is what they do. That is their purpose and function. They are sent out to serve believers or those who will believe. And you may say, no, angels serve only God. But the text indicates that angels serve anyone in the family of God. One of the benefits to being a believer is the reality that angels influence conditions in our lives by God's will and his direction, which is ultimately in our better interest. So followers of Jesus are co-inheritors with him. As Jesus lived up to the character of the name that he inherited, so should we strive to honor the Lord, whose name we have inherited as believers. And to do otherwise would be to receive his name in vain. To say that we are his and yet we continually live as if we're still shacking up with the world. By the way, that is the essence of the third commandment. Do not receive or use the name of the Lord in vain. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people just like you. You may say, do you really need my support? Yes, we do. We need your monthly support now more than ever. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is just tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You're free to share these podcasts with friends, and you can send them to your family and post them on your social media. Of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.